The Symbiote 6 is making their way into the game, trying to take that #1 spot as the new arena team in Marvel Strike Force. They will indeed be putting the brakes on the Fantastic Four MCU, knocking them down a peg. The team will still be good, but what is the Symbiote 6 team capable of? How do they work? Are there any specialized matchups you should be taking advantage of? And can we find anything out about them that we really should be keeping in mind when we face off against them? We'll go ahead and look a little bit into that as we get into some of the matchups today. We have here some of the old guard. We got Blue Marvel, Professor X going with the Fantastic Four MCU. And as we can see, it's pretty effortless. Once we're able to get that speed up there with Symbiote Quasar, things are really working in our favor. Again, this is an arena matchup. We were able to strip off all the positive effects there with the Symbiote Quasar. We're going to take that hit by Franklin. And symbiotes, I mean, they're not known for their robustness. We see we did indeed take some damage, but we are going to be able to dominate the rest of the matchup and regain control. What we'll do is we'll go over here. We'll stun Sue Storm just to go ahead and stop her from doing what she's doing. Just sheer damage. She's almost gone. We can go with Riot here. Ability block. That'll stop Professor X from doing his thing. So we'll keep Professor X controlled. Invisible Woman is eliminated. And as Riot makes the rest of the rounds, we got some big bleeds. And notice the 4 stacks if you're looking at Professor X of heal block on the character. So again, this is going to be difficult to cleanse. Professor X is pretty much done with. We'll hit the ultimate here from Null. He's erased. The other 2 characters got lots of bleeds. So essentially, we're getting ready to be in a 5-on-3 situation. We're getting ready to easily be in a 5-on-1 against Blue Marvel. We'll go ahead and stun Mr. Fantastic so we can't taunt. And this pretty much is in the bag, right? We can just continue to do damage to Blue Marvel. He won't be able to take all of these hits. This one is definitely in the bag. So we'll go on ahead and move on to the next matchup. In the mirror match, it's going to come down to who goes first. A Quicksilver Symbiote is whenever he gets to go, he's going to put that battlefield effect up, and that is going to greatly increase the symbiotes on your side of the field, or whoever again gets to go first. I played this match extensively, and either I repeatedly lost a coin flip or there's something that I'm missing. I moved my players around. It didn't seem to make a difference. It's just one of those things. If somebody sees something, let me know. But I did lose this coin flip repeatedly. And really, once again, it just came down to that, because as long as that battlefield effect is up and running, that side gets to continue to take turns. Just something to keep in mind. Interestingly enough, when we go with the hybrid option, it seems we continually have the advantage. So I don't know if it's due to Professor X just kind of changing the speed enough so that our side always gets to go first when we go with a traditional Symbiote 16. Again, this seemed to be the case multiple times. So what we're doing here is we're going after the opposing Symbiote Quicksilver. This is actually a mistake in a matchup like this. We're going to keep going back and forth. The next move here is going to be Toxin. And so at this point, I wasn't really familiar with the kit, so I was trying to refresh myself. But keep in mind, Toxin here, when he's on the opposing side, when he's on the defensive side, he goes after the controller with the most damage. In that case, in our case, I should say, the controller with the most damage is Professor X. So even though Riot's about to go here, Riot has taunt, he should be the one absorbing the impacts. He's actually not the one who's going to be targeted. Toxin is going to target Professor X, and that is going to cost us the matchup. It's something that's easily corrected. Make sure you burn down the opposing Toxin, and this matchup or this counter continues to work. A lot of damage being dealt here, but we didn't remove, again, the opposing Toxin. That wasn't our target. We were going after Quicksilver. And here's the move. Professor X is stunned with trauma. He can't get out of that. Damage continues to mount, and we're not going to be able to recover here. No big hit from him. I lose Professor X, and without him, you can't ability block the opposing characters. They get to continue to go, and we end up losing that matchup. So with this team, they're really trying to reset the meta here. Here's a Dormammu variant, so everybody has Revive once. That was a big problem when it came to Professor X, but Quicksilver Symbiote takes care of that. He's going to go, he removes revive once. He removes a ton of things, actually, all type of positive effects. So it is really a hard reset for how the arena meta is going to function from here on out. In addition, probably something we don't think about as much because of where this team is, 3.0 stats and whatnot, they just hit so much harder. So bringing in older characters that do specialized things, they really are going to have a difficult time just standing up to the damage. The barrage of damage is so much higher with this team that older characters in many cases simply will be erased as those characters take their natural and normal turns in the process. To demonstrate that a little more, let's flip over to Alliance War. So here we have the absolute A-Force, and we got Moon Girl with that. The speed bar control that she has isn't going to work much because these characters are just so strong and just so naturally fast. Again, absolute A-Force is an Alliance War team. They should function very well, but notice that, do you see that damage there? Look at the spread and damage. Just because this team is newer, bigger, and badder, the amount of damage that they're able to put out is significant. So just keep that in mind when facing off against older teams. I'm interested to see what the game brings, what newer teams are going to be able to do as the power creep continues to move forward. But the team isn't completely invulnerable. Again, since we're here in the Alliance War setting, some of those arena tags aren't there. Blue Marvel gets to go ahead and take that initial opening strike. We'll try to retaliate here with Quicksilver Symbiote, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing like we did before and put the trauma stun on Professor X. But we got to keep in mind, since we're not in arena, Professor X still cannot be controlled this way. So even though the Fantastic Four MCU, right, they're a great team. They're a really good team. But we just got to keep in mind, hey, we can't steamroll everything with the vanilla version of the symbiotes. I'm sure, again, if it's a vanilla version of both teams, that we would still have the advantage. But just be mindful when we're punching into stronger hybrid opponents, Professor X, Blue Marvel, just because it works in the arena setting, it may not work in Alliance War because you don't have all of that arena text available that makes them so dominant, that makes them the #1 team inside of their assigned game mode. Now, don't get me wrong. I really do enjoy the team. I'm really looking forward to using them more, seeing what they are capable of and what they're not capable of. And obviously, then people are going to be trying to figure out appropriate counters. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Again, I'm looking forward to it. We are going to lose this matchup. As you see, we're really starting to lose our momentum. We can't eliminate opposing players, and Professor X is still the man. Now, if we look at a less robust team, so again, here we have the Exalted X-Men. I know there's been a lot of buzz about them, what they can and can't do as far as the community is concerned. But we will keep in mind they are a Cosmic Crucible team, and we're fighting here in Alliance War. So a lot of what they do is simply off the table. So just because we add a strong character like, again, Blue Marvel or Professor X doesn't make them unbeatable, right? So this team here, the Symbiote 6, they're still going to be able to do some good things here. They're still going to make sure to get the victory for us. They do give us a bit of leeway. So this is including a misplay on my part as we went after Morph over there. And you see I left Professor X untouched. So he's still going to get a chance to go. We're going to get a big hit here from Null, but Professor X is still going to be doing Professor X things. So here's Null with the ultimate as usual. Professor X is going to block some of us. So this might have went bad. He could have did this maybe in a different spot, and perhaps things might not have turned out the way they did. But look at this critical strike that we're about to get here from Venom. So Professor X has tons of health. Venom's going to go. He's going to get a critical hit, which is insane. And look at the amount of damage. Just like that, Professor X is now in the red. And yeah, symbiotes like it when people drop down in the red. So we pretty much got it under control. Storm the Mighty isn't going to be able to stop us. The Summon Cyclops isn't going to be able to stop us. So it would really just be Blue Marvel would be the only one that would have any chance of ending the match. We'll go ahead and look at Symbiote Quicksilver here. His special. It's pretty sweet, right? I like it. just for dramatic effect, just to check out the artwork. But we are now at a 5-on-2 situation, and one of those individuals is a summon. Lots of health still left on Blue Marvel. We have some negative effects there. I wasn't paying attention. We have the blind, right? His turn to go. We're chewing our way through. He's about halfway down, still in the green. He's in the yellow, so obviously we have this one under control. Let's move on. Modern, hardened war defense teams still will be a brick wall. Our symbiotes will not be able to do well against the Winter Guard here. We tried several times. Retcon, it's not going to work either. So again, just something to keep in mind. Teams that are made for their game mode and are made to be the top in their class will still present a problem. I'm sure we'll maybe figure out some hybrid options to get around them, as well as the newest teams always have that flavor, that flair, and have that option. So what do you think about the Symbiote 6 team so far? Are you looking forward to them? I definitely am. I like Symbiotes. The team's going to offer some flexibility. It resets the arena meta. I know that arena isn't what it used to be, but having a good all-around team is always going to be effective when it comes to this game. Let me know if you have any additional comments on what you saw or questions. And if you haven't seen this video right here, please check it out. It's legit.